So it's officially gone midnight. It is now Friday the 8th of May. I am going to attempt to do the full 24 hours. We'll see how that goes. Managed to get a bit of a nap in, about 3 hours. So hopefully I can go the full 24 hours. But I've got my coffee and I've got my book and I'm going to start. Wednesday I made chocolate chip banana bread, and this is the last bit. So I'm going to have this. It is 10 to 1 in the morning. I've had my coffee, I feel a bit more awake now. I'm going to have this and carry on reading. So yesterday I only read like 30 pages of this book, but I'm now on page 60 of Darkest Part of the Forest, and there's already been a Doctor Who reference which I've just like taken a picture of and sent to my friend who has read this and absolutely loves it. Liv, I'm looking at you, because like, I mean, she's not awake, but I feel like I needed to share with her that there is a Doctor Who reference and she did not tell me. So it is 4:20. I've just finished my first book. This was really good. I am so happy with how it ended. So happy. I love it so much. I love fairies. They are my life. But now I have to choose my next book. Let's see what my choices are. I'm thinking I might go for Daylight. Yeah. Let's go for Daylighters. So it is 10 to 8 and I'm hungry. I'm almost halfway through Daylighters, but I'm hungry and everyone's awake now, so I'm making pancakes. Go wrong with butter and maple syrup. So, taking a little break, quickly took the dogs for a walk with my dad, and now I'm going to put some makeup on, make myself feel a bit human, and then I'm gonna go sit in the garden. I don't know if you just heard that, but that was the planes going over in a V formation for VE Day. They were really low. I am halfway through Daylighters. I don't want this series to end, so I actually worked it out. I started reading book 1 back in March 2017. I read books 1 and 13 between March 2017 and I think it was March 2018, and then I didn't read anymore, and then I read book 14 last month, and now I'm reading the final book, and I don't want it to end. I don't think I'm ready for it to end. I just love it so much. But Darkest Part of the Forest was amazing. I'm really annoyed it took me so many years to get to it, and thinking back to the Cruel Prince, like Wicked King and Queen of Nothing, there are a lot of like little Easter eggs in that trilogy that link to Darkest Part of the Forest, which now I've read Darkest Part of the Forest, I see them. So yeah, I'm really glad I finally got around to reading it. But yeah, I'm hoping gonna get this read pretty quickly. I'm halfway through now, so it shouldn't take me too long. And then I'm doing okay for being awake. Since I had breakfast and took the dogs for a walk, I've woken up a bit, so I'm hoping that feeling stays. I've got some squash. I'm gonna be having lunch soon, and then yeah, I'm gonna see how long I can go without having the energy drink, but I have got 4 cans of Monster in the fridge. Not gonna have all 4 today, obviously, but I do have them in the fridge for if I do need them. But I'm trying to see if I can go until at least 3 o'clock, because I know if I do have it too early in the day, I will crash, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna try and stick with just like squash, because it's sugar free and everything. Try and stick with squash for as long as I can. I've only had 2 coffees today, and one was like when I woke up at like 11:30 last night. So yeah, gonna get back to reading. It is 5 minutes past 3, and I have about 50 pages left of Daylighters, but got up, stretched my legs, got some chocolate, and I'm gonna see if I can like power through the last 50 pages, because it's on a I need to know how this series ends right now. So that's my plan, what I'm gonna do. So it is 20 past 4 and I finished Daylighters, which is my second book of today's readathon, and also 3 years since I begun this series, and I have finished it, and boy was it worth the wait. I am so happy with how that entire series ended. It's perfect. I'm so happy. And I had a feeling on a few of the things that would happen, and there was 2 characters that I knew survived, because I ended up seeing a spoiler accidentally for it a while back, but I had a feeling those 2 characters would survive anyway. So it was well worth the wait, and I'm really glad I finally read all 15 books. So I still have not resorted to energy drinks or a 3rd coffee. I'm doing okay-ish at the moment. I feel like I might be starting to lag. Like if I laid down on this chair right now, I would fall asleep, but I'm not. I'm going to start book number 3, which is The Dark Deep by Ali Condé and Brendan Rikus. I'm not sure if I said that right, but this is a middle grade and it's less than 300 pages, so I'm hoping I can get through this one pretty quickly, but we'll see how I go. I'm going to start reading it now. Dinner is in the oven, we're doing our homemade pizzas, so I'll take a break when it's dinner time, and then carry on reading again after and see how I go. I must have jinxed it, because it's been 20 minutes since I said I didn't need to resort to energy drinks yet, and it was like the moment I said that my eyes started feeling really heavy, so I've cracked open the Monster. So yeah, I'm however 19 pages into this book and I'm already liking it, so that's a promising start. So I am halfway through Dark Deep, and this is actually a really fun and quick read. Like, I know it's a middle grade and they usually are pretty light and quick to read, but like, I'm already on page 142 and I've not been reading for that long. So, and it's just started getting to a point where it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Well, I actually don't have a clue what's gonna happen, but I'm intrigued. So I will update you on my thoughts on the rest of the book. I've also finished my first can of Monster, and I'm debating opening a second, but it is still only, it's not even 7 PM yet, so I don't know if I want to have a second one just yet. I'm gonna see how I go. Bye-bye. Yo, Bubble. You're so cute. So, it is 8:10. I have just finished book number 3. I actually really enjoyed this. I am giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm actually thinking I might write a review for this one because I feel like I can. Like, there's a lot I want to say about it. Good things. I really enjoyed it. I know like 3.5 stars seems like quite a low rating, but 3 and up for me is a pretty good rating. If you're looking at a 1 or 2 star, that's when I don't like a book. But yeah, yeah. And I've just found out that book 2 is actually already out, so I've added it to my wish list. And then book 3 isn't out until later this year. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Still got 4 hours left of the day, so I'm going to attempt to read some of Sisters Red by Jackson Pierce. It's 346 pages, so I don't know if I'll manage to get it all read, but I'm going to give it a good shot, and I'm really lagging now, so I'm going to have my second can of Monster, and hopefully manage to get a 4th book in. But even if I don't manage to finish this, 3 books is still really good. So I'm going to give it a shot on a 4th book. So wish me luck. So I'm sat in my garden and I can see gnats flying around. So I think it's time to go indoors because I do not want to end up bitten to hell by gnats because they seem to love me. So yeah, I'm going to go indoors and carry on reading indoors. Friends, dear friends, I did it. I finished book number 4. This is a 4-star for me. It is literally 15 minutes to midnight and I finished it. This is brilliant. I knew from the beginning a certain thing, and then there was something that was like, oh my god, I was wrong. I was not wrong. This was good. Really good. I can't believe I actually did it. I read 4 books in 24 hours, and I am now going to go to sleep because I am tired. I've been up for 25 hours. I'm tired, and I will see you next time.